I'm in a BMW E46 M3 CSL. Next to me is an Audi RS4 Avant B5. We're going to have a drag race. Now, I've got a 3.2 litre straight six naturally aspirated engine with 365 horsepower. He's got a 2.7 litre turbocharged V6 with 381 horsepower. He's also got quattro all-wheel drive, but a manual gearbox. I'm rear-wheel drive with an automatic gearbox that has launch control. We're going to see what happens. Now, before we do, make sure you subscribe to this channel and click on the bell icon to turn your notifications on so you're alerted when we make a new upload. Also, check us out on Instagram at CarWowCars for some behind-the-scenes footage and content. Right, let's get on with it then. Whoa, wheel spin. This launch control is mega. The gear changes are sloppy, and I've dropped that Audi. Totally destroyed it. And this thing's just going like a rocket. What a car. What a car. The launch in this. I think it's better than in the dual clutch ones. They have a slight pause when you release the brake. With this, you don't release the brake. You basically release the gear lever because you're not holding the brake for the launch control. And when you release that gear lever, boom, gone. That single clutch just drops. Oh my goodness. And the sound, did you hear the sound? Woo! Oh, this car is brilliant. I think it's my favourite car ever right now.
So then, what exactly happened? Well, the rear-wheel drive E46 M3 CSL did the standing quarter mile in 13.5 seconds, beating the all-wheel drive B5 Audi RS4, which took 14.4 seconds.
Now we're going to have a rolling race. From 50 miles an hour, we're both in third gear. That's manual in third, I'm locked in third. In the manual mode, this automatic. I'm going to call it in, then we're going to go. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, this picks up good. Oh, it's close, this. It's so close. I've got more roads to play with. Oh, the change on this gearbox is not good. It's not good. I think that Audi's just, no. I think I've got him now. I've got him. It took a while. It took a while, but I got him in the end. The revs you got to play with this car just makes the difference, but it's at seriously illegal speed. So in the real world, that with its added torque, 440 Newton meters, was a little bit better at first, and this came back 370 Newton meters, but it's a lighter car by about 200 kilos at least. That was interesting, that was.
So that's 2-0 to the BMW on the drag strip. Now let's compare them round a circuit.
M3 CSL, this is where it's meant to be. It's 110 kilos lighter than the normal M3. It's significantly lighter than the Audi RS4 B5, and you can feel it. It's just more agile. It feels like a race car for the road, whereas the Audi is more of just a high-performance road car. The steering is super precise. The gearbox, though, is the weak point. Brilliant for launching, but absolutely awful. Oh yes, for changing gear. See that hesitation? But the car itself, the balance, I mean, it's just on another level to anything at this time, and in a way on another level to anything else today, because I think this is like the golden era of performance cars where they're not so heavy, they're not restricted so much by emissions, and you've got that purity, that feel, yet the safety net of driver assistance systems, quality setup. I think if I could take home any car that I've driven over the last year, this would probably be it. If money was no object and I had to keep it for the rest of my life and drive it, it'd be this. My gosh, I love it. I don't know how many dirty journalist hands have been on that though.
The E46 M3 CSL is a dream on track. But now it's time to get my dirty journalist hands on the Audi.
Now this is interesting, driving this after the CSL. The engine's really good, but it's got a different character, so it's not got that throttle response. It's a turbo, obviously, built by Cosworth. You have to wait a little bit for the engine to come on boost, but it's not too much of a delay. But once it's on boost, it is strong. It's got lots of pulling power, and it's surprisingly good through the corners. You know, everyone goes on about Audis and they're understeer. It does a little bit when you're really pushing it, but out on the road, you're not going to notice that. But you can always tell what the car's doing beneath you, and the grip, like there. If you start sliding, just floor it, and it seems to just find more traction from somewhere. I'm really pleased with the gearbox. The gearbox really is better than the one in the CSL because it's a nice, smooth, yet firm manual, very positive feel to it. The suspension is rather firm. I can feel it bouncing around a little bit. Like the seats, hold in place very well, and you can really grip this Alcantara steering wheel. I think ultimately though, if you said, Matt, which one do you want to take home? I'm going to take the BMW, but I'm surprised how much I like this. I like it a lot. You can just imagine blasting it down the Autobahn, back in the noughties, listening to Jamiroquai.
As good as the Audi is, the BMW is still my favourite of these two cars. In fact, it's one of my favourite cars ever. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments box below. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, comment on it and share it. Also click on our logo to subscribe to this channel, and if you click on the bottom right hand corner you can actually watch more of our content. Meanwhile, click over to the right to go to our deals page to see how much money you can save on a new car at CarWow.